You will never be let down by anyone, more than you will be let down by the one you love most in the world. It's how gravity works. It's why they call it falling. It's why the truth is harder to tell every year you have more to lose. But you can choose to bury your past in the garden beside the tulips. Water it until it's so alive, it lets go. And you belong to yourself again. When you belong to yourself again, remember forgiveness is not a tidy grave. It is a ready, loyal knight kneeling before your royal heart. Call in your royal heart. Tell it bravery cannot be measured by a lack of fear. It takes guts to tremble. It takes so much tremble to love. Every first date is a fucking earthquake. Sweetheart, on our first date, I showed off all my therapy. I flaunted the couch where I finally sweat out my history, pulled out the photo album from the last time I wore a lie to the school dance. I smiled and said, "That was never my style. Look how fixed I am. Look how there's no more drywall on my fist. Look at the stilts I've carved for my short temper. Look how my wrist is not something I have to hide." I said, "Well, I was hiding it." The telephone pole still down from the storm. By our third date, I had fixed the line. I said, "Listen, I have a hard time. I mean, I cry as often as most people pee, and I don't shut the door behind me. I'll be up in your face screaming, 'Seattle is too rainy, Seattle is too rainy, I'm never going to be able to live here,'" I sobbed. On our fourth date, "I can't live here. In my body, I mean. I can't live in my body all the time. It feels too much. So if I ever feel far away, no, I am not gone. I am just underneath my grief, adjusting the dial on my radio face so I can take this life with all of its love and all of its loss. See, I already know that you are the place where I am finally going to sing without any static, meaning I'm never going to wait that extra 20 minutes to text you back, and I'm never going to play hard to get when I know your life has been hard enough already, when we all know everyone's life has been hard enough already. It's hard to watch the game we make of love like everyone's playing checkers with their scars saying checkmate when they get out without a broken heart. Just to be clear, I don't want to get out without a broken heart. I intend to leave this life so shattered there's going to have to be 1,000 separate heavens for all my separate parts, and none of those parts are going to be wearing the romance from the overpriced vintage rack. That is to say, I'm not going to get a single speed bike if I can't make it up the hill. I know exactly how many gears I'm going to need to love you well, and none of them look hip at the hot coffee shop. They all have God saying, "Good job. You're finally not full of bullshit. You finally met someone who's going to flatten your kneecaps into skipping stones. Baby, throw me. Throw me as far as I can go. I don't want to leave this life without ever having come home. And I want to come home to you. I can figure out the